What's going on, everyone? This fight was for Kevin Shells. I'm Shells.
Kev, 8 Count Sports, man. What's going on? What's going on, man?
I'm chilling, bro. And this is the rundown.
First topic, off the bat from the rundown. Canelo Alvarez. The news just broke last night. Canelo Alvarez will be taking on Edgar Berlanga. This is the new matchup. What are your thoughts on this one, man? This was just broke yesterday. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it seems like he's just padding his record more with unseasoned boxers. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, like, can't blame him. Like at the end of the day, here's the thing: as fans, we want the best to fight the best. But as a fighter, your time is limited in the game, and you really want to leave the game the same way you went into it.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you want the easiest fights for the most money.
Yeah.
And Alvarez right now, he's the A side. He's gonna get the bag. So if he's allowed to pick whoever he want to pick to fight and still get that same bag, why not do it? So I can't really blame him. But as a fan,
it sucks.
I mean, but here's the question: am I gonna sit down and watch it? Yes. Because at the end of the day, every boxer has a puncher's chance. We never know. Homeboy might lay out Alvarez as slim of a chance that is. As slim of a chance that is. He might lay him out. But
Tom.
Right?
On that note, Tom, man, this is trash, bro. Come on, man. This is cherry picking, ducking. This is everything all in one. I respect Canelo's. I don't have an issue with Canelo. To be honest with you, I don't like his selection. I don't like his justification for the selection. Oh, what has Benavidez done? Because that's who we all want to see him fight. And to fight Berlanga, does he even have 15 fights? Who was he fought? You want to say Benavidez didn't fight anybody? Berlanga, come on, man. I'm happy the kid gets his shot. We're not mad at him. Let's make that clear. We are not upset at Berlanga. For me personally, I'm not upset with Canelo all the way in regards to it. I think that, and we're gonna get into this, I think the sanctioning bodies should have stepped up a long time ago and stripped him of his undisputed status. When these guys are the A side, they get to pick and choose whatever they want to do. I think the tide would shift if the sanctioning bodies did what was right for boxing and strip Canelo Alvarez of the belt. Speaking of stripping Canelo Alvarez of his undisputed status, that is what the IBF suddenly woke up and decided to do upon hearing the news of the selection of Edgar Berlanga. They decided to strip Canelo Alvarez of his belt because Canelo did not fight their mandatory. What is your thoughts on that?
It's about time. Like I said, I don't blame Alvarez for picking the fighters he picks, but you have to pick the sanctioned bodies for allowing him to do so.
Right.
So at the end of the day, maybe we don't have to wait until His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh to come and fix boxing. Maybe the sanctioned bodies might do it themselves and start really enforcing who these A-side fighters should actually fight, so that the best can actually fight the best.
Right.
This could set a new precedent. Who knows? But at the end of the day, he still has the other 3 titles. So it's a small step, but still a step. So
one small step for boxing con. Yeah.
Hey,
will it affect his bag? You said?
Will it affect the bag?
Oh nah, he's the A side. Period. He got a whole country behind him.
There you go.
For me, I think this is beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Like I said, I don't blame this situation with Benavidez on Canelo as much as I do in regards to the sanctioning bodies. I think that I can't stand bias, bro. I can't Earl Spence, and there's a zillion other examples of this. Earl Spence had the IBF belt for years, only defending once and everything. And you're telling me every time he fought the mandatory? No. The second Terrence Crawford beats Earl Spence, Crawford didn't even get to pick another fight before they stripped of the belt. Tomorrow he needs to fight
Crazy.
Boots Ennis. Not even 3 months.
Yeah, crazy.
I'm like, come on, you got one of the Charlos who was the middleweight champion. He had the belt for almost 3 years without fighting anybody. I'm like, you're picking and choosing. Finally, they step up. They strip Canelo of the belts. Now Canelo could go fight whoever he wants. Yeah, strip him of all the belts so that somebody else could get the juice. And I guarantee
you only got stripped of one. That's not go crazy. You only got stripped of one. Bro.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is if you strip him of the juice, strip him of the belts, what will happen is when somebody else gets the juice and has the claim to being that kind of champion, it will put these guys in the corner where they would have to fight him. Whether you're the A side or not, when somebody's undisputed, somebody outside of yourself, outside of the A side, it's hard to deny that. You can't walk around saying you this and that when there's another guy that has the belt. All the belts. You know what I mean? So maybe it's a little too late. Segueing into the next one, David Benavidez this week on the 24th announced that he'll be taking on the winner between Bivol and Benavidez for the light heavyweight championship of the world, meaning that he will stay at light heavyweight. He was saying that his last fight was a one-off and that he was going to come back down to 168. But he decides to stay there. He gets a great opportunity at the championship, finally legitimate championship at 175, which is great for him. But I can't help but to feel, man, like he got cheated. He got the raw deal. And then I think it's kind of ironic that he leaves. This is the 24th. He leaves. This Berlanga fight gets made, and now the IBF decides to strip Canelo Alvarez. I think maybe there's a little more to that.
Oh, that's a good point. I'll say this. I wish he would have honored his word and made it a one-off and came back down to 168. You know, so that we can at least hope for the Alvarez match.
Right.
But he's doing what he feels best for his career. You can't wait forever for Alvarez. Alvarez has all the leverage. Mind you, he did this before the news of Alvarez being stripped of the IBF belt. So when he did it in his mind, this guy has all the juice, like you said, and how long till I wait for my shot? So you know what? Let me stay at this division. Things are looking good over here for me. But maybe this might change his mind. Who knows? Maybe this might change his mind. Maybe this stripping of the IBF. Maybe he might be like, yo, I'm gonna have to come back down a peg and
right.
Because I know for a fact, no matter what fight he gets at 175, the bag is waiting for him at 168, bro.
Yeah.
That bag is waiting for him at 168. So maybe this is a step towards that. Maybe they know, like, yo, maybe there's the bodies are realizing, like, yo, we really messing up right now, like, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe maybe the fans, maybe they tune into what the fans really want. They trying to move the needle in that direction. Who knows?
Fair enough. On that same card, get this. This was also announced this week. We get the return of Danny Garcia. Former junior welterweight and welterweight champion of the world. Folks, he is getting a middleweight title shot.
His debut.
Yeah, debut.
Middleweight debut.
In his debut against Islande Lara. We all know Lara from fighting Canelo, Trout, fighting Paul Williams back in the day. The slick Cuban fighter, left-handed southpaw, difficult, but he's 41 years old, Shell. He has a belt.
This is his third title fight. This is about to be his third title. I mean, 41 or not, this is about to be his third title shot. So he is in the middle of his reign. So he has, you know what I'm saying, 41 or 31, whatever. He's still holding his own against these dudes. So
what do you think of this fight?
Well, here's my thing. Garcia's last match was in 2022.
David Benavidez's brother.
My first thing is, okay, the 2 years of inactivity, he's coming back at a higher weight class.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, is it harder for him to make the weight now?
Great question.
You know?
Or is that a lack of discipline? He's fought 2 fights in 4 years. He said he was going to do something at 154. He beat Benavidez. Didn't do any. It's 2 years later. Now he's up to middleweight.
I mean,
it's a whole 20 pounds heavier than when he started.
That goes back to my concern with due to the inactivity and coming back at a higher weight class. I'm interested to see how he's going to perform, because he's going against the champ Laura, who this, like I said, his third title defense.
And Laura is a tough cookie to fit. He's so tricky. He's not going to stand in front of Danny Garcia and trade. It's not how that fight's going to go. He's a lot bigger. If it wasn't for his age, I would say this would be an easy picking, but stylistically it is.
I don't know, bro. We inactivity versus activity, bro. I always lean on the activity side.
Fair enough.
I always lean on the activity side.
Tom.